host Noah, and this is my assistant Caroline, and welcome to the news.
Tonight on the news, an 81-year-old woman chases fleeing robbers and rams them with her car. Now let's go to Aaron for the weather.
Thanks, Caroline. Enough of the weather.
Breaking news.
One of Southside's alumni, Miss Scarlett, was found dead in the trap. Sorry for your passing. She died at 10 a.m. this morning, and her death was the result of malicious homicide. Detective Caliber can give us the details.
Detective Caliber. Upon arrival, it was obvious that Miss Scarlett had not died from natural causes, but that her death was intentional and planned by someone else. Next to her, we found a vial containing an unknown liquid, an obvious clue in the investigation. My assistant Sunny can give you more details.
Yeah, young son. I searched through Miss Scarlett's past to compile a list of suspects that could have been out to get Miss Scarlett. In the beginning, we had 5 suspects. Professor Plum, Mrs. White, Mr. Green, Mrs. Peacock, and Colonel Mustard. All of these people had experienced unpleasant interactions with the victims and could have committed the crime.
After looking into each suspect, we determined that the murder weapon was potassium iodide or silver nitrate.
We experimented with double replacement reactions to find our single murder weapon. We determined how each aqueous substance would react with sodium chloride and sodium carbonate.
We determined that the murder weapon was in fact silver nitrate.
Because the geniuses informed us of the molarity, we could cancel out 2 suspects, Mrs. White and Mrs. Peacock.
Alright, since we knew it wasn't potassium iodide, we could begin our experiments using the reactants sodium carbonate and silver nitrate.
We did a filtration experiment. First, we measured 13.3 milliliters of silver nitrate, which was our limiting reactant. Then we measured out 30.5 milliliters of sodium carbonate, which was our excess. Then we combined them and filtered.
After filtering out our solid, silver carbonate, we let it dry and then measured the mass of it, which ended up being 0.19 grams.
Using stoichiometry, we discovered that we had made 0.000689 moles of silver carbonate. We used this amount to find the moles of silver nitrate, our solute, that reacted with the sodium carbonate. We had 0.001378 moles of silver nitrate that reacted.
Using our info discovered in the previous stoichiometry equations, we found our molarity, which was 0.104.
Smart people informed us of the molarity, which allowed us to cancel out Professor Plum and Colonel Mustard.
Young son, this led us to convincing Mr. Green on accounts of first-degree premeditated murder.
We arrested the suspect while he was out tending his horse. Oh no! You have the right to remain silent. Anything you do and will do against you